Hey VC, I'm back with another video. This is I guess, if you'd want to call it, a big edition of The Mail. It's just most of, I'm not going to say all because some of the stuff I forgot about, but most of the stuff I've bought uh, online in the last couple months or so. I have been buying stuff, just haven't been making videos because I've just been so busy. And I apologize to you guys for that because, I have over 500 subscribers now, and I am so grateful for that, and I should be making videos because people subscribe to me to see videos, but I haven't been posting them, and I really am sorry for that. But just wanted to sit down tonight and make an update video because it has been so long. Like I said, this is just a majority of the stuff I bought. Some cool stuff, some stuff I've been looking for a while. A couple, I guess, grails you could call it. Some of these. So yeah, just go ahead and get right into it. Start off with a couple CDs. I haven't been buying a lot of CDs offline, but did buy a couple. The first one, and some of this stuff I may have shown in the past. I just forgot about it. I'm not sure. This one I may have shown because I got it a couple months ago. But it's Dave Meniketti's solo album from 2002, just titled Meniketti. If you're a Y&T fan, definitely check this out. I mean, it doesn't sound like Y&T per se. He has that signature sound. He, to me, is Y&T. I've gone and seen them two times in the last 2 years, and even though he is the only original member, the songs that they, wrote 30 years ago still sound the same because he's there. He is the voice and the lead guitar, so I mean, he's just, yeah. But this is a really good album. It's just some blues stuff, some just rock stuff, and it's a great album. So I'm very happy to own that. And then I bought Mountain. This is their album Man's World from 1996, I believe. Yeah. This is a killer album. Just later Mountain. It has Leslie West and Corky Lang. And then they brought in Mark Clark on bass and vocals because unfortunately Felix Pappalardi had died by then. So he had to be replaced. But it's just some killer rock music, not your early 70s, mountain stuff, but it's still some killer stuff. So definitely check this out too. I'll try to leave some links down below to some of this stuff. So yeah, that's definitely worth checking out. Then bought one DVD. It's the Definitive Montreux collection of Gary Moore. This is a 2 DVD. One of them's not in here because it's in my DVD player. But 2 DVD, 1 CD set. So you get some CD that you can take in the car, which is cool. It's got a show from 1990, 95, 97, 99, and 2001. Just all killer stuff. Thing that really caught my eye on here is that he plays Out in the Fields and Over the Hills and Far Away. And by this time, later 90s, he had stopped playing his rock stuff and gone just specifically to blues. But on this one, he brought a couple of those songs back, and they sound killer. So definitely check out that too. And then I bought one book. It's called Rock the Nation. It's Martin Popoff's book on Ronnie Montrose, and it includes Montrose Gamma and just Ronnie in general. This is actually a really cool book. Got it for a steal, I think like $10. And the cool thing is it is autographed by him on the inside. It's made out to some other guy, but it's still cool to have. Definitely looking forward to reading this. I've heard he's a great writer. I've never read any of his stuff. I have a couple of his books, but I just haven't gotten around to reading them. But I was just flipping through this, and it looks like it's going to be a killer read. So definitely going to check that out. Then bought a couple shirts, and I apologize, this is going to be a long video, but we're just going to do it. The first one is this Hank Williams Jr. It says, "Are you ready for some country?" Or "Are you ready for some Hank?" Then on the back, this is what caught my eye here. You got his signature emblem there, the Ruger emblem, with his name on it and the Confederate flags, and it says Southern Thunder Tour '97. And this shirt has never been worn. You can just tell. So I don't know. It is my size. I bought it because it was my size, but I think I'll just leave it like this. Probably won't ever wear it. But that was a cool shirt, and I got it for like $10, which was a steal. Then I got a couple Dokken shirts. The first one is from their '95 World Tour. This one wasn't a big fan of, but just being a Dokken fan, I had to have it because I got it for a steal. This just yin and yang logo isn't really too appealing, but it still looks nice. And in the back, you just got the World Tour 1995 with the Dokken logo. So that was cool. And then got this Erase the Slate tour shirt from '99, I believe, with Reb Beach on guitar. A great album. And this shirt's really nice with the cross on the back and Dokken. So yeah, that's those. And then on to some vinyl. Got a lot of it to show. Just some albums, like I said, I've been looking for a while that I finally picked up. First one is Joe Walsh, The Confessor. I'm a huge fan of Joe Walsh, and this album is just really good. The song The Confessor, the title track's a pretty cool song. I got the original inner sleeve, and that is on the Warner Brother label. I'll try not to show all these because it'll take too long. Then got this on Facebook, actually. I won it in an auction, and it was sealed, and I busted it open, gave it a listen, and it's great. It's Castle Donington, Monsters of Rock from 1980, and this just has a killer lineup. You got Rainbow, Scorpions, Saxon, April Wine, Touch, and Riot. The Rainbow is the Graham Bonnet era, which is killer. I just saw him in concert a month ago, and he was fantastic. Going to be doing a review of that soon. I've seen so many concerts, and I need to do a recap of that. Just everything I've gone to. I'll just do one big video for that. But I don't know. There's just been a lot of cool concerts coming recently, and I've made it to a bunch of them, so it's been really cool. And then we have Axe, self-titled, and this is still in the shrink. Well, most of it. It's ripped right there. It's a pretty good album. You know, got the song Rock and Roll Party in the Streets, Steal Another Fantasy, Burn the City Down, Now or Never, Silent Soldiers. Just a really killer album. So pick that up for a deal. Just figured I'd add it to the collection. And then I bought a sealed copy of Dokken Under Lock and Key. You know, I have a bunch of copies of this, different pressings, but got a sealed copy for like $10, so couldn't pass that up. And I'm going to leave it sealed because I already have other player copies, one of which is autographed by the whole band. So have no need to play this, but you know, as a Dokken fan, super collector, whatever you want to call me, I just had to have it. And then I got Leslie West, Still Climbing. This is a pretty good album from 2013. I think this was his comeback album, I guess you could call it, after he lost his leg to diabetes, which is terrible. But you know, I'm so glad he's still around and he didn't end up passing away from that, because this album's just killer all the way through. You know, you got some special guests on here: Johnny Winter, Johnny Lang, Dylan Rose, Dee Snider even sings on one of the songs. This has a really nice inner sleeve, thick cardboard, and labels are just Leslie West custom labels. And what's cool is the bass player on here is a guy named Rev Jones, and I actually saw him open up for Michael Schenker back in 2015. And at the time, you know, I really didn't know who he was. He was kind of weird. He you know, most of his head was shaved, and he had like this long ponytail thing, and he like had like an 8-string bass, and he just did all sorts of cool stuff. But to find out that he played with Leslie West was pretty cool. Then Y&T Open Fire Live. This is a really minty copy. It did have shrink on it, but I took it off. Has the original inner sleeve and has the order form for the live VHS at the time, and it has the hype sticker in here. Let me get that out real quick. This just, I think Y&T's, well, not their only live album, but not even their only live album on vinyl, because the other one was released, but, you know, 80s live stuff. That's what I meant with the whole original lineup. This is the only live album. And, you know, you got some killer stuff on here. Open Fire, Go for the Throat, 25 Hours a Day, Rescue Me, Summertime Girls, which is the studio version. I don't know why they did that and didn't put a live version. They might not have had it. And then Forever, Barroom Boogie, and I Believe in You. So needed that for my collection. I didn't have it. We'll save this. I didn't really put these in order, and some of them I want to show before other ones. Got this. It is Greg Lake live in London. It has an ugly cover, but I was looking into this, and I had no clue that Gary Moore played with Greg Lake in the early 1980s. He did 2 studio albums with him, and then this live album. So that's the reason I bought this, because it's just some killer stuff. I mean, Gary Moore, you know, he's my favorite guitarist ever, so I just had to get this. Like I said, an ugly cover. I probably wouldn't have bought it other than that, but got it for like $10, which was a cool deal. It has a nice inner sleeve with a write-up about Greg, some pictures, and then this is on clear vinyl, which is cool. This has a great set list. I mean, they do, you know, King Crimson stuff. They do Court of the Crimson King, and they even do Nuclear Attack and Parisian Walkways, which are Gary Moore songs. 21st Century Schizoid Man, and then some of Greg's solo stuff. So that was a cool buy, something I just needed to add to my collection. And I guess we'll go with this next. Bought this a while back because it was for Black Friday, which was back in November after Thanksgiving. It's Billy Hurst, Small Town Fool. He, you know Billy, all about this album. But he ran a special where he was selling them for like $25 or whatever, an autographed copy numbered to 20. Mine's number 12 of 20. And I've had this, spun it a couple times. It's a great album. So Billy, I'll leave a link to his channel down below. And Billy, if you're watching this video, I am going to do a review video of this album because it definitely deserves it. I know other people have already done it, but, I'm still going to do one. So, yeah, very happy to have that in the collection. Then we got April Wine, one for the road. Been looking for this album for a while. It was only put out on vinyl in Canada on the Aquarius label, and this is a great live album from the mid-'80s. And yeah, so got this for about $10, which was a steal, because I've seen copies go for more. Like I said, on the Aquarius label. Great live album. If you've never checked this out, definitely do. Here's the inner sleeve. And then we have YNT10. It's another album that was only put out in Germany and the UK, and then in the US on the Columbia, a Columbia House press of it. And this actually, I'm happy to have this in my collection, but this pressing actually sucks, and I think I'm going to upgrade to a European copy. It's just the mix is really low, and it's just really quiet, and you have to crank it all the way up to have it sound like a decent album. But other than that, this is a fantastic album. Very happy to own it on vinyl. Got that for a deal. Then got a copy of Rainbow Down to Earth. It's a cool Japanese pressing. Got it after I saw Graham Bonnet, which was unfortunate because I wish I could have had him sign it. But got this for about $15, which was a good deal. It's got the original insert with pictures of the band on it, which is cool. And of course, the Japanese Polydor label. And then another album I've been looking for a while. I bought a copy from Germany. Black Sabbath, Born Again. Has the original inner sleeve. This is a great album with Ian Gillan on vocals. One of my favorite Sabbath albums. I avoided it for so long because of the cover. This is the ugliest cover ever, but, a great album musically. Just Ian Gillan, I guess you could call it Purple Sabbath, whatever you want to call it, with the original inner sleeve, like I said. And on the Vertigo label, Spaceship label, which is pretty nice. So that's that one. And then got a couple more. This one was pretty cool pickup. It's Asia's album Gravitas from 2014. This was put out only in Italy on vinyl. I'm not sure what the number was of the number pressed, but it's pretty rare. Picked it up for like $25, which was a deal because other copies have gone over $50. Probably going to leave it sealed because it still is, and this isn't a really good album. It's probably one I wouldn't listen to a whole lot, so I'm just going to leave it sealed, but still happy to have that for my collection. Then picked up this as a blind buy, really, because I got it on sale at Books A Million. Anthrax, For All Kings. Not a huge Anthrax fan. They're just one of those thrash bands that I've avoided for so long, but I thought it looked nice. Nice packaging. Got this chrome sleeve on it, and the vinyl is on this swirly blue, which is really nice. And then also from Books A Million, picked up Alice Cooper's Love It to Death, the 2017 remastered version on Rhino. It's really nice, one of my favorite Alice Cooper albums, so I had to have it even though I have other copies. And I love how they put the band thumb cover on it. And this is on a nice white and black swirl, or marbled vinyl, whatever you want to call it. That looks nice. And then one more, and we'll be done. Jimi Hendrix Freedom, live at the Atlanta Pop Festival 1970. This, I actually got a coupon from Books A Million for $10 off, and it was half off already, so I ended up getting this for like $7, which was a hell of a deal. That's a great live album. Really nice packaging. Got a booklet in here. Some cool pictures of Jimmy, stuff like that. And then I'll just show one of the albums because it's nothing special. But got cool custom labels with Jimmy on it. It says Freedom. Yeah, yeah, so that's it for now. I will talk to you guys again soon. Thanks for watching. Peace out.